Fire Prime, and since I haven't done a review in a while, and since it's going to take me probably a while to make and get the time to work on that bionicle stop motion I'm going to do with Sackaz and all that, I decided I'll do a review, because I just got this today, well, Sunday, if I don't post this up today, for only $24.99, because they're having a clear everything event, since, you know, all the targets are going to be coming. So I just decided I'd get him. So, and since he's new, I can go over the box and all that. So anyways, that's his battle hammer. And it looks pretty well sculpted, and so does his muscle car. Even has like the little antler bowl things on there. But if you look in the windows, you can see all that robot junk, so you can't see any chairs or anything, but that's okay, because that's with most of them, unless you get the Human Alliance. So it says robots in disguise. I guess they added that now with all that Cybertronian writing and stuff on the bottom and top. It says Hasbro, of course, because they made it. And Cliffjumper Autobot in big letters on the bottom. There's a picture. There's a picture of him, and he doesn't look too happy, because I thought he would be, since usually says like, oh, Cliffjumper is so happy all the time because he's like a 12-year-old inside an Autobot body or whatever. And you got like a faded out Autobot symbol with like random electricity, and if you follow that behind, there's like the big explosion. That's what it says. And it shouldn't be too hard to transform since it's intermediate and age 5 and up. On the front here, on the side, it shows like his strength, intelligence, speed, endurance, rank, courage, and fire blast, from top to bottom. And you can take a minute to look at that. And then it shows a little picture of him down here. And right on the very bottom, there's an Autobot symbol. On the back, it says, of course, Deluxe Class Series 1. I know this is a kind of old figure, but I just found it and I like Cliffjumper, so yeah. Got the Autobot symbol. And this isn't really the bio I was looking for, but the Decepticons fear Cliffjumper for his skill with the battle hammer. That's a kind of short bio, but whatever. I hope he doesn't look that angry, the actual figure, because I don't want it to be. So there's his battle hammer, and he just points to that. And that's what he looks like. And you can put the battle hammer on top of the muscle car mode. And down here, it shows all of them. And it says Transformers Prime. And then down here, all that copyright stuff, Hasbro. Look at them on Facebook, Transformers.com, and YouTube. On this side, it just says Cliffjumper. On the bottom, it says Deluxe Class. On the bottom here, let me get that up. It is Hasbro, all that. And then it says Transformers Collectors Club. You can join that. It's website in English. And then it says made in China. It's copyright and all that. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. That's the box, and now I'm going to open it and go over his vehicle mode. So this is his vehicle mode, and if you looked at the back of the box and you paid attention, on the top, it shows that you can put the battle hammer on, and I already told you guys that. So, I put it on, and it doesn't look half bad. It also looks like the gun and all that, and go, beam, 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 beam. And, yeah. I like how they have the cylinders there and the tires. And this is actually made out of soft rubber, so we'll move and wiggle and all that. There's the grill and the headlights, which look nice. On the bottom here, you could see his head and all that and his feet. So, yeah. Here's the windows. Doesn't look too bad, and I guess that's where you could put the gas. Or, let me see if this works. It does. Or you can put the gun on the side. And if you have another one... Oh wait, never mind. It's all on the other side. So you'd be like... Ooh, ooh, donut! You're like... Oh, Decepticons! And, yeah. So here's his grill, and you can like see all the lines where they like pop up and all that stuff for his transformation. If you look on the side, they hid the bottom and all the parts very well. Well, from the side and top and all that, of course. But you can still see his feet. They actually touch the ground. If you look very closely, let me zoom in on that. See, they actually touch the ground. And let me zoom in on the windows and see what you guys can see. Whoops. So yeah, that's what it looks like inside there. Yeah. So another thing I just wanted to point out is that I don't save my boxes because I don't know why I'd save them when really the figure has the most value. So if you look down there, I messed the box up, and I don't really care. And yeah, so this is vehicle mode. I like the tires actually because they look pretty cool. They look like actual tires. Well, except for that middle thing in there. I just hope this thing doesn't fall apart on me like my Dead Steel guy or whatever his name is. This guy, his like whole wing and gun fell off. There it is. And yeah, this is all my collection. I might, but most of the ones I got are really hard to transform. This guy is really hard to transform. And probably the ones I wouldn't go through would be maybe Soundwave, because he's a little easy, but I lost the instructions for like, and his leg always falls off because his kneecaps are very weak. Same with Rampage. I don't know how to transform him. He's hard. I could probably do Ratchet, except I don't know how to do his robot mode. And yeah, I got dead in the back there. I don't know why, because he's actually kind of short. Okay, so there you know that. And let me do a 360 spin right there. Whoops, I hit my X-Wing. Okay, so now onto the robot mode. So I finished building him. I didn't show you how to build him, because really if you were to buy it, you'd already get the instruction manual. I don't think you need me to show you how, unless you don't know how to read instruction manuals. And so anyways, this is him, and he's supposed to be a deluxe. But if you take my hand, you take him, he's as tall as my hand. And to get you an accurate Transformers comparison, I'm gonna get the mini class or whatever you want to call him, Huffer, to him right beside. Okay, this is not a deluxe class. This is like the really mini class. I forget what you call it. And as of course, he comes with his little mini-con or whatever you want to call him guy with the gun. And if you watch my Halloween special, he's in it. So this is really short for a deluxe class. I just want to point that out. So put these guys off to the side and show you guys what he looks like. Now his transformation was really easy. Whoops, I forgot this part. Yep. Okay, so his transformation was really easy. Basically, you could just like take out his legs from underneath and stuff and take out his arms, because his arm is like really long compared to his legs. Now, one thing, a little nitpick of mine, is if you look there, this whole arm cavity is empty. I can like stick my finger in there, and it doesn't look too good from the side. If you look from the back, another Transformer with a backpack. Those really make me mad, because I don't like the backpacks and all that stuff. Because if I try to like move the legs and stuff, I might actually nick this if I'm like making a stop motion with him or something, and I might like knock it down. Another thing is, why is there tires right there, red tires, when you can see his tires in his robot mode? Well, you can't really see those, but I just decided to put that out. He's not a bad figure. I actually really like Cliff, and it's not just because I like Cliffjumper. It looks really good, but yeah, his articulation's pretty good. He gets that like joint. See this thing? You have to like connect it right there. See, so it has to stay connected. And then you get that one, which doesn't really move because his arm is very bulky. And you got a rotation in the hand, and it can like move up, down, but not up, because it's on a ball joint. And his legs can go forward and back, but are kind of hindered by this thing on his waist and his backpack. His knees can, see, that's what I'm talking about, the backpack. His knees can bend. Keep that up. It bends there and forward. And his feet rotate and like can go back and stuff because it's also on a ball joint, and there's a little thing right there. And his head can of course turn a full 360. And yeah, so that's basically his articulation. Now his Warhammer handle, you can put it in both his hands, but I just put it in here because that's what it looks like in the instructions. I think he looks really cool, but I think they still could have made it look better, as in terms of his robot mode, because his vehicle mode is pretty good, but his robot mode, it's not the best. Like, his legs are too short, his arms are too long, big random hole in his arm, backpack again, but I guess it would be okay if he stores his weapon up in there, but still, if you look from the side, you got all those random holes, like one there, and like, I could probably stick my finger right through. And another thing is that you can like see the hood kind of thing with all the windows, right? And they were clear. If you look here, they're black. So why don't they just make the windows black so you couldn't see in? Because it was already bad enough anyways, because you didn't have to look inside. So his feet are those cylinders things that I said look pretty cool. And of course his backpack is mostly the outside and the roof and all that. Yes. So, oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that he can move his arm there too. Yeah. So he's not a bad figure. I still like it because it looks cool and all that. I especially like his vehicle mode, so I might keep him in his vehicle mode most of the time. But I really do like Cliffjumper, and I'm not saying like his figure's good just because I like Cliffjumper. There's some problems that they could probably fix if they make a Series 2 figure of him, which I doubt. But yeah. So there it is, Cliffjumper. Oh yeah, another comparison I'll show is Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. These are the Dark of the Moon versions. Okay, that's Cliffjumper. Optimus and Bumblebee. But if you look at Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, I think they are pretty good in terms of like height, because I think even though we never got to see him stand beside Bumblebee in Prime or whatever, it looks like a pretty good rendition. And since Optimus is really tall, that's pretty good. And now people said in G1 that Bumblebee copied Cliffjumper copied Bumblebee's looks. Well, no, Bumblebee copied Cliffjumper's looks, because technically Cliffjumper was kind of older, or probably older than Bumblebee, because Bumblebee doesn't even sound that old. Cliffjumper at least sounds like he's in his 30s or something. But now Bumblebee has a totally different look, so he looks nothing like Cliffjumper. Let me get these. So yeah. I guess I will conclude this review. So, yeah, here's a little 360. Flashfire Prime, signing out.